Hi everyone, Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation. Sorry about that. Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. I keep trying to put myself in the middle and the chair keeps... So I have been absent for a while now, and I apologize for that. I just have been very busy, and it's not particularly busier than other times, but still unable to sort of sit down and do this. So I'm here, I'm sitting down, I'm doing this. I did promise after I did my morning astrology, which actually occurred in the afternoon, because I was busy, that I would do some more readings, and so that's what I'm here to do. So there are so many things I could do readings about. I think the first thing I'm going to do is we are expecting Nancy Pelosi to bring the Articles of Impeachment to the Senate, I believe this week. Maybe I heard somewhere Tuesday or Wednesday. So we'll assume that that's happening. The Article of Impeachments are coming to the Senate. So let's pull some cards on that and see what the energy of that whole process is now. John Bolton did say that if he was subpoenaed, he would testify. Of course, the Republicans are not interested in subpoenaing anybody or having any witnesses to this. So we'll see what happens with that. There are just so many things to talk about and so many things to look at. So let's start with this. Okay, so this is the immediate environment. So it's the card of hope. It's the card of having a guiding star. And I think that there's hope on both sides. It just depends on what side you're on. The Democrats are hoping for exposure of the president's deeds and then possibly holding him accountable. Although that doesn't seem likely, it doesn't mean that it's not a possibility. And the Republicans are hoping that they can control this process to the best of their ability and sort of brush it under the rug. So there's hope on both sides here. Let's see what's crossing this. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands, and what's crossing it is information. More information coming in fast and furious. And so I would say that this is crossing the Republicans, say more than it's crossing the Democrats, because the more information that comes out is going to be to the benefit of those who want to see Trump removed. Now, those who want to see Trump removed, who are voting to remove Trump, will of course be mostly Democrats. But there are still those Republicans who are hoping that this guy gets out of there so that they can have, so that their party can have some sort of future. We'll see. We'll see what the information is. So there's more information coming out. So hope springs eternal, but more information is coming. And it's very possible that this was what Nancy Pelosi wanted to happen, because we only have part of the story. She has more information that she's not going to share or that she can't share, and than we the public have. So this could be why she waited a little bit, because she was waiting for something to come through. I'm not sure that's the case, but that kind of makes sense to me. Okay, what's at the root here? We have the Prince of Wands. This is going on a quest. This is generally a quest, an inspired quest, but there's this rearing up that the horse does. So he's not quiet. So it's like a lot of it's a lot of pomp. It's a lot of flourish, but yet no forward motion. So there is a sense that some of this is being done for the sheer theater of it all. Okay, the sheer theater, whether that be on the Republican side or the Democratic side. So they're both sort of amping up the theater in this. Let's see what's in the past. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords. A lot of restriction. A lot of having to be very, very careful about how you walked through this. This could have been the Democrats as they try to process all the information. This could also be, I think everybody felt this. I think even the Republicans felt this, that they were, that any wrong motion could disrupt the apple cart. And so on the side of the Republicans, they didn't want to inflame the beast that is Trump. And on the Democratic side, I think they wanted to be as careful and have it be as cut and dry as possible so that there was no doubt that there was an issue. Let's see what's in the sky. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups. And so this is somebody leaving. This is somebody turning their back. This is a lot of energy. A lot was put in. A lot of emotional energy was put into something that we're going to have to turn our back and leave. This could be, now this is the energy that's available. So this could be the energy that is just in the, sort of in the ethers, as it were. This could apply to the Democrats, after all this work, having to sort of accept the fact that it didn't sway the Republicans to change their mind, and so they sort of have to let it go. Or this could actually be Trump letting go. This could actually Trump looking further on a field to see his next, what he's going to do next, because this isn't panning out. So let's see what the immediate future is for this. Okay, and we have the Seven of Wands. And so it's very interesting how these cards, I feel, can be both sides, right? Each one of these cards, except for the crossing cards of more information coming out, seems to me that it could apply to both sides. It could apply to both sides. And so this is a battling. This says that the person who's doing the battling, which I guess in this case would be Trump, does have the higher ground. And is able to sort of swing at all comers, okay, all comers. Sometimes this is the moral higher ground as well. So this, in that case, could be the Democrats, because say what you want about Trump, but moral high ground is not something that he has ever visited or set foot on. Okay, let's see what's how this looks from the outside. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands. This is an action that needs to be taken to cut something away, to like do it so that it's done. All right, domestic situation. Okay, we have the Chariot, and this domestic situation is a sense of things are starting to move, things are starting to just to move. We've been in this sort of holding pattern for so long. Finally, things are moving. Finally, things are happening. And so people feel the need to move on. Really, let's move on from this. Let's get this done, see what happens, and move on from this. Hopes and fears. Okay, the Six of Cups. Again, this could be read either way. There's a hope for nostalgia for some people, and there's a hope for, and there's a fear that it's going to go back to the way it was. So I would say the hope is for the Republicans, the fear is for the Democrats. Let's see the outcome. Okay, we have the Prince of Cups. The Prince of Cups. So this is somebody who is also on a quest, just like this prince, right? This Prince of Cups, or this Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands. This person is looking in the cup, not looking at where they're going. They're sort of depending on the horse to know the way. This is somebody who's very poetic, very sensitive, but probably more so than any of those things, somebody who's lost in their own little world. And so there's this sense of being lost sort of in your own little bubble. Now let's continue and see what else comes up. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles here. The Queen of Pentacles. The Five of Wands. And the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, let's see what these cards mean. it's interesting because of late when I've been pulling cards, and I've noticed when other readers have pulled cards, it seems like the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles come up over and over again. The Queen of Pentacles is the sustainer. The queens in the tarot are the sustainers of whatever it is that is, whatever element that we're dealing with. And with Pentacles, we're dealing with the physical world, right? We're dealing with resources and money and things that you can touch and things of value. And so there's the energy of sustaining, perhaps sustaining the finances, or somebody's sort of holding on to things, as to try to keep, I think, the trying to keep the economy, right, from these wild swings. The next thing we have is the Five of Wands, and so this is a struggle. This is aggressiveness. This is chaos, and so what I see here is somebody in their own little world. There are those trying to sustain, hold things together financially, but there is a lot of internal and external fighting. And then the next card is the Seven of Pentacles, which isn't really necessarily a negative financial card, but it is a financial card that requires you to be really particular about how you utilize your energy and what needs to be done to nurture prosperity. So with these cards, like all in a row like this, I feel like while there are those who are trying to keep the finances sort of on an even keel, the chaos and the energy being required is going to let us have some sort of drop in that. And I know I'm asking about the impeachment trial, but this is these cards are talking about really kind of something else. So this is what I feel. Okay, so I understand what this is now. So the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, that to me looks like the Republicans. They are trying to sustain their position with this crazy president who lives in his own world and doesn't think about how his actions affect anything. And so they are trying to hold tight, and yet within them, there is a lot of chaos and a lot of, the Republican Party is not in a good place internally, but they do show a good outer persona. They're very good at that. But they are considering what needs to be pruned. So they're considering at this point anyway, what needs to be pruned away so that they can maintain at least some of their money, some of their power, because to them money is power. Let's see what's underneath. Okay, we get the Prince of Swords underneath. I'm going to see what 2 cards are underneath. Okay, we'll do 3 cards because they're significant. So underneath it all, we have the Prince of Swords. This to me is somebody who is, well, this could be action that's taken that is not well thought out, creating more chaos. I would say that's probably Trump. And then we have the Emperor, which of course is him, right? And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. And so this is what I want to say about this reading. I feel as though both sides have hope that something's going to come of it. The Democrats, there is more information coming in. And so I think that's good news for the Democrats, bad news for the Republicans. What the Republicans are trying to do is trying to hold on despite the inner turmoil. But what's really going to make the difference, I think, in this is the actions that Trump takes, either during, before, during, probably not after, because after is after, but before or during the hearing. And that's going to determine his fate, or their fate. It's either going to be him or them who leave, right? Who loses here. Okay, that's what it looks like to me. All right, so again, it's kind of up in the air. It really depends on what, it's almost as if while everything that has happened has been enough in any other situation to create a problem enough for a president to leave, that may not be the case with Trump. There is this sense of what are we doing in the moment. The 2020 is a 4-year. 4 is about crisis. Crisis is about effective action within the moment. It's not about the past. It's not about the future. It's about what are you doing right now. And so I feel like every day is going to be one of those days. Every day is going to be like, all right, we have to take everything that we've learned up to now and sort of put it aside and what's happening right now. And that's going to determine. So a lot of it is going to be determined on the actions that Trump takes. More so, I think, than what is right, what is true, what should be done, right? Okay, so that's what it looks like. All right, so that's what that looks like. I'll be back to do a couple more readings. I'd like to do a reading on the whole situation in Iran and see where that's headed. Okay, I'll be right back. Take care. Oh, like and subscribe, and there's a donation button below if you want to donate to my channel to help me continue to do these readings and such. Okay, bye.